After Islam Makhachev's win at UFC 311, Brendan Schaub attacked Khabib Nurmagomedov's legacy and strength of schedule in comparison to Islam Makhachev. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video to help support the channel.
As far as GOAT, no, he's not there yet. I think his resume is better than Khabib's, but Khabib's undefeated. I know, look at his strength of schedule. I keep going over this. His strength of schedule, he was Notre Dame before they started playing real teams. He's Notre Dame. Everyone thinks they're the best, blah, 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 and they don't fight anybody. Look at Khabib's strength of schedule. It ain't shit. Undefeated. You know how fast Islam would finish those guys? Islam's a better fighter than Khabib. He's better. Better striking, more dominant, better finisher. Khabib falls into the line of like, people hate when I do this. Whenever you talk, and I'm not talking bad about Mike Tyson. This is just facts. Khabib's in this aura right now. He's like, oh, he's so dominant and no one's ever going to surpass him. He's the greatest to ever do it. He's undefeated, this and that. Mike Tyson, man, he was so scary, man. I remember my dad used to buy the pay-per-views. I know, it's all sentimental, but that doesn't matter. None of that shit matters. I always say this. Who's the best guy Khabib fought in his prime? They're both in their primes. Who's the best grappler that he fought? He didn't fight no grapplers. In their prime, his strength of schedule is fucking terrible. Conor McGregor, complete straight striker. Dustin Poirier, older. Justin Gaethje, hella older. You know, good wins, quality wins. You got 3 Hall of Famers on your list. Islam surpassed him, man. He's just a better all-around fighter. It's also just the way it goes. He's part of it's just part of the timing and the experience. You know, in 2024, 2025, when Islam's in the pinnacle of his career.
Anthony Smith revealed that the UFC turned down his request to participate in the power slap competition. Smith was interested in trying out the slap fighting event, but faced opposition from the organization.
I don't know, Ariel. I can just tell, like, can I still win fights? For sure. There's a lot of people that I'll still beat. I'll beat most of them. You know, like, we're talking all the top guys in the top 5. Maybe those days are past me, but in terms of just generally at 205 pounds across the world, I'll beat most of them. But there's just things I can tell that I don't like. Like, I get in just fine. I don't always get out as quickly. You know, like, there's just little things that I don't like, and I don't want to have to start adjusting my style to my age.
At least one power slap event.
I tried. They told me no.
Straight up. Even if you retire.
I asked Hunter. He told me no.
Why?
He wouldn't even bring it to Dana.
Damn.
Max Holloway responded to Charles Oliveira's BMF callout with a simple 3-word message hinting at a potential return date. While no specific date has been confirmed, fans are buzzing with excitement over the possibility. Khabib Nurmagomedov revealed that facing Conor McGregor changed his career, leading him to train harder physically and mentally. The high-profile nature of the fight motivated Khabib to aim for greatness. Despite not being fond of McGregor, Khabib admits their fight shaped his journey in the sport. In a recent interview, he said, "I fought Michael Johnson in 2016, and Conor McGregor fought Eddie Alvarez. Conor defended the belt, and I wanted to fight him. Then there was big talk that we were gonna fight. Everywhere I was, everywhere they were discussing the Khabib and Conor fight, I realized that there were big and high-profile fights ahead of me where I needed to train harder. This motivated me to train even more correctly, to take time not only for the physical side, but also for the mental. I changed a lot after this fight. There were times when I didn't miss a training session in a year. I thought how cool it would be when I became a champion. Then I realized that I could make it all happen and become the best fighter in the world. Psychologically, it affected me a lot. It was hard. I didn't have a personal life. I realized that there was no way back, and I had to choose." Dan Hooker criticized Arman Tsarukyan for his last-second withdrawal from UFC 311, calling it strange and implying that Tsarukyan lacks courage. Hooker took to social media to voice his opinion, adding that daddy can't buy you a backbone.
That's our sport, brother. It's always it's never smooth sailing. Yeah, how you get injured on your day off? I got no idea. It's pretty. Yeah, I thought it was pretty strange, bro, to get such a severe injury that you need to pull out when you're cutting weight. You know, it must be a pretty severe injury, but to like your world titles, your absolute everything. I don't know how you would pass up on that opportunity. And yeah, like I obviously saw Dana White just say that he ain't getting the title shot next, and he's going to have to work his way back up to the belt, you know. Daddy can't buy your backbone, can he?
After UFC 311, Daniel Cormier disagrees with Dana White and says that Arman Tsarukyan should still be Islam Makhachev's next opponent.
I believe that it still needs to be Tsarukyan, because I believe that Tsarukyan, even though it's a rematch, and even though we know Charles is supposed to be next, I still feel like Tsarukyan's size, his abilities, his skill set could present the biggest problems for Islam Makhachev. You know, this guy, I mean, look at what he does to the rest, right? He has submitted or finished so many of the best lightweights in the world. So right now, he's in the midst of, think about this. He finished Oliveira to become the champ. He finished Volkanovski in the rematch. He finished Dustin Poirier in his last title defense. And now he finished Renato Moicano. There is no boring wrestling claims anymore. This guy's a finisher of the highest order. And he is the pound-for-pound number one fighter in the world, because it's easy to believe that if he was up a weight class, he would still be doing the same thing to those guys in the second division.
Fans are urging Donald Trump to considering pardoning former UFC champion Cain Velasquez. Velasquez is facing legal issues from a case back in 2022. Many are speaking out in hopes that President Trump will help Cain. Although Trump only has federal power and can only pardon federal crimes, Cain Velasquez's crime appears to be a state crime, and only the governor can pardon. Fans on the internet responded to a post by Ali Abdelaziz suggesting that Trump might negotiate with the governor of California to pardon Velasquez. After a mixed night at UFC 311, where Islam Makhachev defended his title, but Umar Nurmagomedov lost, Khabib Nurmagomedov has announced his next focus is helping his cousin Usman Nurmagomedov defend the Bellator lightweight belt. Usman will face Paul Hughes this Saturday in Dubai at PFL's Road to Dubai event in what's being called Russia versus Ireland 2. Sean Strickland wants to make a stand and bang pact with DDP. No takedowns, no grappling, just striking.
Listen, Dutchman, I'm gonna need you to be a man. I'm gonna need you to stand up, not go to your knees, and we're gonna need to strike like men. I know you like to wrestle and you like to choke people out and do some dude, but I'll make a pact with you, you make a pact with me, that we stand up like men and we settle this like men.
Aljamain Sterling wants Arnold Allen for his next fight, believes it would be a fun fight and a matchup to show the world his striking at 145 pounds.
Hey, Arnold. Hey, Arnold. We're gonna have a little fun with the call out.
Yes.
I think we're gonna do something like the Hey Arnold, I'll be Gerald. He'll be Arnold, obviously. And Dana could be like Helga.
I know Hey Arnold, but I lost you after that. I don't know Helga.
Helga's the one with the ponytails.
Oh, yes. Okay. Got it. All right.
He's like the mean person that really likes Arnold. Whatever. We'll figure out who Dana would be, just to make it funny.
Yes. We need to get on that.
Paul Felder didn't like Kevin Holland coming at Rampage on the Jackson podcast. Last week, Kevin Holland and Rampage got into a back and forth on the podcast.
It's usually, if you say fuck it to me, it's usually fuck you, so.
Well, I didn't say fuck you. I said fuck it.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you say fuck it to me, I usually say fuck you.
Well, fuck you too. I don't give a fuck.
That left a sour taste in a lot of fans' mouth. Here's what Paul Felder had to say about the clip.
And for Kevin talking guns and start, telling him to shut the F up and all, I didn't like that.
I remember being that age, being mid-fight career, and you do have that chip on your shoulder. We don't feel that need to impress or prove ourselves anymore.
Yeah.
So Rampage was really restrained. And he was like, bro, what are you talking about? I said, F it. And you're like, well, you said that to me. I said, F you. Rampage might be 45. He's twice the size of him, and he's a beast. Let's just leave it at that.
And that's what I love about Rampage, because we know he's an absolute savage and a crazy mother effer on top of it. And I thought he handled it and swallowed his pride a little bit there with the young guy kind of chirping at him like that. And I got more respect even now after watching that for Rampage, because you could tell for a split second, you saw it in his eyes. You just told me to shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
I want to wring your neck, kid.
I could tell you some stories when we used to train with each other. The man, trust me, he's got that switch in him. He was training for a fight, forget which one, and somebody did a spinning back fist and kind of connected with the elbow. It might have cut him open a little bit. He freaked out. He was going to kill the guy. Tyson Jeffries jumped over the top of the cage because the cage door was locked, so he didn't open and he couldn't get out with his gloves on. He jumps over the top of the cage and runs off down the street in his bare feet. You know what I mean? Because Rampage was going to kill him. So, don't poke the bear too much.
That's all for today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more MMA content. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on the screen to get caught up.